Very good morning, children. I'm your SHO sir. Here we go with the volume number 5, fifth volume on the chapter liquidation of companies. Well, next you can see question number 10. Luckless Limited went into liquidation on 31/3/2015. And the state of affairs was as below. Unsecured creditors, you can take 4 lakhs. That is given. If payment can be done, we shall see. Including 50,000 preferential claim. So, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 4 lakhs ಅಲ್ಲಿ including 50,000 preferential claim, it is said. So then 3,50,000 will be the other unsecured creditors. Secured creditors secured on plant and machinery stood at 2 lakhs. So this is the amount of claim. Secured creditors. Cash in hand is given. This cash in hand to be taken separately. The liquidators realized plant and machinery for rupees 1,50,000. See this. Actual claim is 2 lakhs. But the security given, plant and machinery, is realizing only 1,50,000. So you can pay either of the two less, whichever is less than that. ಈಗ claim amount ಆಗಲಿ ಅಥವಾ amount realized out of that particular asset, whichever is less can be considered for payment. Therefore, now don't take 2 lakhs, you take 1,50,000. Right, wherein for secured creditors payment. Now a question will arise, what will happen for the balance 50,000 then? So simple that 50,000 will come and stand along with the other unsecured creditors. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಈಗ secured creditors ಏನು ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಅದು 1,50,000 ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. ಯಾಕೆಂತಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಕ್ಲೈಮ್ 2 lakhs ಇದೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ರಿಲೈಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು 1,50,000. Therefore you can take only 1,50,000 here. Remaining 50,000 will be paid along with the other unsecured creditors. Okay. Then the other assets realized 1 lakh. This you can take on debit side. The liquidation expenses came to 10,000. ಇದನ್ನು credit side ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. And the liquidator's remuneration was fixed at 4% on the amount realized, including cash. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ including cash ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ you have to include even that also. Balance and 2% of the amount distributed to unsecured creditors, including preferential creditors. So more ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, preferential creditors ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, unsecured creditors ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. Along with that you have to calculate even 4% on the asset realized. Prepare liquidators final statement of account showing the distribution of cash. Okay. Well, now you can take one of the other. You are given cash in hand as 10,000. Enter that. Cash at bank is not given. Then assets realized, you are given here 1,50,000. That's a secured asset, and remaining assets 1 lakh. So those two things you can take. Take the total 2,50,000. Take the same total also 2,60,000. Once you find the total, then take the total here in the working note column. Secured creditors only 1,50,000 you can pay. So deduct the same. Balance still you have there 1,10,000. Next is the legal charges. Legal charges is given as 10,000 here. Liquidation expenses, the same thing you can deduct. Still the balance you have 1 lakh. Next, coming to the remuneration on the assets realized. So take on assets realized 2,60,000 into 4%. So that gives you 10,400. ಅದೇ 10,400 ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 89,600 ಇದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್. ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ 50,000 ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಆ 50,000 ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. 2% ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 1,000 ಆಮೇಲೆ 50,000 ಇವೆರಡು ಸೇರಿ 50 plus 1,000, 51,000 you can deduct, and still the balance you are getting 38,600. After that you can go for the payment towards the unsecured creditors. You can see now the amount payable to unsecured creditors is ಈ 4 lakhs ಅಲ್ಲಿ minus 50 ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, 3,50,000 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Along with that this also 50. So again 4 lakhs it comes. but cash available is very less. You cannot pay 4 lakhs. Therefore, you take this amount cash available into 2 by 102. That is for the commission. You can deduct the same 570, 757 amount you can deduct. The balance you are getting there by 37,843. Now 37,843 you can take, that is the final payment. That is what is the answer being given. So find the totals, it should be 2,60,000. So you can pass it down and you can write down. Well, next we shall go for the other problem. Question 11. Sugar Limited went into voluntary liquidation on 31/3/14. The following details were available with the liquidator of the company. Given total creditors is 75,660. Total amount 75,660 creditors though. Other including preferential creditors of 8,000. In addition, there were 6% debentures of rupees 80,000. So all the three are there. Preferential shares, preferential creditors are there, debentures are there. The interest had been paid up to 36/2013. You can find here the accounts are closed on 31/3/2014. ಈಗ 13-14 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ ಮೇ ಜೂನ್ 3 months ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ 9 months ಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ನು ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈ ಡೇಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಟಿಲ್ ಟು ದ ಡೇಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡೇಷನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಡೇಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಡೇಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್. ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ credit debtors, debenture holders are paid not on this date. It is on 36/2014. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ 36/2013 then 36/2014 ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಇಲ್ಲ full amount sufficient ittu antandre then what we have to go for, we have to calculate for the full year. If not, if amount is not sufficient, that implies there is an insolvency of the company till to payment towards the debenture holders. In that case, you would have taken till to the date of liquidation. E date snap credit. If the company is solvent, you have to pay till to the date of payment, not to the date of liquidation. But if the company is insolvent, then you have to pay only to the date of liquidation, right? That already I have given you. So you can find this particular note, that is after the liquidator's final statement of account format. After the format, you can find in the 7th point I have given regarding payment towards the debenture holders. If the company is solvent, interest must be paid till to the date of repayment. But if the company is insolvent, then amount should be paid, that is interest must be paid till to the date of liquidation, not to the date of repayment of loan. Okay. Then other things you are given here. Assets being realized, stock, machinery, only 2 assets values are given. The company had a cash of 500, this is the cash in hand, and the debenture holders were repaid in full along with the interest on this particular date. Expenses of liquidation were 1,902. That's a legal charges. The liquidators must be paid a remuneration of 3% on the amount received on the sale of assets and 2% on the amount paid to unsecured creditors, including preferential creditors. So just like in the previous problem how we had here, all the three you can take. Okay, this you may guess C. All the three you can make up. So similar to be taken. So write the format first. You can find here under debenture holders, we are going for separate 2 heads. One is outstanding interest, another is a debentures, that is the principal amount. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು, secured assets ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, but other assets ಅಲ್ಲಿ stock machinery ಎರಡು ಮಾತ್ರ ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. So go for cash in hand 500. Cash at bank is nil. Stock and machinery you are given 84,000 and 60,000. So that you can take here. The total outer column 1,44,000. Now 1,44,000 plus 500, that gives you 1,44,500. That is the total amount available now, cash available. Take the same in the working note column, 1,44,500. Next, what we have to do, secured creditors is not there, so amount payable to them is nil. Legal charges are given. How much is the legal charges given here? It is 1,902. So you can take the same here, 1,902. ಅದನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ 1,42,598 ಬಂತು. Then you calculate on assets realized 1,44,000 into 3%. Okay. On 3% received on the sale of assets. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ನಾವು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಅದು ತಗೊಂಡು. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ 1,44,000. Then so 4,320 you can deduct the same here. Still the balance you have 1,33,478. Next payment should be made towards the debenture holders. So amount of debenture holders given, it is 80,000. Along with that you have to take the interest also 6%. Now you can find whether the company is solvent or not ಅನ್ನೋದು ಈಗ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 80,000, but it has more amount, so hence the company is solvent ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. Therefore you have to calculate right from here till to the date of payment the interest, outstanding interest for 1 year. Then you can take at 6% on 80,000. So 80,000 to 6%, 4,800. You take the debenture amount also 80,000. The total outer column 84,800. And the same you can deduct here, 84,800. And still the balance you have 53,478. Now 53,478 is there. Now the amount should be paid to whom? Towards the preferential creditors. Okay. So the amount of preferential creditors given here 8,000. And the amount available is more, so you can sufficiently pay to them. Therefore together you can take here 8,000 into 2% is the commission. So you can calculate 8,000 into 2% gives you 160. At the same time you take even the preferential creditors amount to 8,000. ಈಗ 8,000 plus 160 ಎರಡು ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ the balance of 45,318 ಬಂತು. Now this is the amount available to pay towards the unsecured creditors. But you see here, what is the amount of unsecured creditors payable? It is 75,660. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. Of course that you deduct also. So balance you'll be getting around 67,660 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. But 67,660 is not there. Very less. Therefore you take this amount into 2 by 102 when you are calculating the amount of remuneration on amount paid to unsecured creditors. This amount into 2 by 102, because this amount is insufficient to pay to the unsecured creditors. So 889. That total you take, ಇವೆಷ್ಟು total ಇಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ 889 ನ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ನಿಮಗೆ 44,429 ಇದೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅನ್ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅನ್ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರ್ಡ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್. Now you total, so that total should be same 1,44,500. So you can pass down and you can write well. You can see next question number 12. The Vacuum Limited went into voluntary liquidation on 1/1/2005, on which date the dividends on the preference shares were in arrears for 2 years. The subscribed capital of the company consisted of 40,000 6% preference shares of ₹10 each and 50,000 equity shares of ₹10 each, but 6 paid up. So 4 lakhs capital ಇದೆ. ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೇರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ 3 lakhs worth of equity shares ಇದೆ. ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ 3,50,000. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಇಲ್ಲ 4 lakhs ಇದೆ. ಯಾವುದು ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೇರ್ ಪೇಯಬಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಇಸ್ 4 lakhs. So what is that decision that you have to understand here? Unsecured creditors ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ you can take till the preferential creditors ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ನೋಡಿ 2.5% of on the amount paid to preferential and preference shareholders as capital and dividend ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. Therefore definitely you will have little amount to pay towards the shareholders. Which shareholders? Only the preference shares you have to take. So you must take only for the preference shares. Now what to do? In that case you can take the format till where? Till the preference shareholders. ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಹೇಗೆ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇನೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 40,000 to 10 each ಅಂದ್ರೆ 4 lakhs ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಕಡಿಮೆ. ಸೊ ಫುಲ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗದೆ ಇರುವಾಗ you cannot go for equity shares. Therefore you end up till the preference shareholders. That is more enough. So write on the format first. So once you complete the format, then you can take the values. Cash in hand, cash at bank ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. Assets realized ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ. It is 3,50,000. So take the same 3,50,000. Even in the total column also you write the same. Next secured creditors amount ಇಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Legal charges ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ legal charges? It is 9,800. So you can deduct the same 9,800. Balance you're getting 3,40,200. Next liquidators remuneration. It is 11,000 fixed remuneration is there. So take 11,000 fixed remuneration and deduct the same in the working note column. Next amount should be paid towards a unsecured creditors. ಇಲ್ಲಿ unsecured creditors ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 20,000 ಇದೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ the liabilities amounted to ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. Assume this is the unsecured creditors, nothing else that you can consider. So deduct the same 20,000 here. Still balance you have 3,09,200. Now this is the amount payable to whom? Payable to the shareholders ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಇನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಈಗ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ? How much amount you have to calculate as a remuneration. It is given 2.5%, not on the amount paid to unsecured creditors, but it is on the amount paid to preference shareholders. So you take up that amount 3,09,200 into 2.5 by 102.5. That gives you 7,541. ಅದೇ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ತಗೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇವೆರಡು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಔಟರ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 18,541 ಇದೆ. After deducting this 7,541, the balance you have 3,01,657. Now out of this, two amounts you have to pay. One is a preference dividends, another is a capital. A preference dividends ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. Preference dividends were in arrears for how many years? 2 years. So what is the total capital? 40,000 into 10 each, 4 lakhs ಬರುತ್ತೆ. On that into 6% into 2 years. So 6% for 1 year. Then for 2 years, 40,000 into 10 into 6% into 2 years. So that is a dividend. Take that dividend. That gives you 48,000. Deduct the same here, 48,000 you deduct, and still the difference you have 2,53,000. That is the balance amount what you have. Now that balance amount you can take here as a capital. So together these two outer column you can take 3,01,659 and total make it up. It is 3,50,000. So pause it down and write down. We'll see the balance in the next class. Thank you.